Hello, 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 everyone. Let me give you a good old ham hi. Welcome back to Yo, You Like That? Talk show where I, your host, Zarataro, the VTubing Ham, brings on amazing guests from all over the VTubing community, and we steal your hearts with things that are fun and awesome. And if you don't know about them, you should probably know about them because we could all use a bit more good stuff in your life. What's that? You don't think I'm like licensed to prescribe good things? Well, you're right, I'm not. Ha ha ha! This is contraband. Contraband happiness brought directly to you from me and our guest. It's good to have an accomplice. You never could go wrong with an extra set of fingerprints. Anyway, let us go ahead and bring in our guest of the show. Ba 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 ba. Eldritch Grandpa, hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
I am doing good as well. Can't complain, except for now I'm starting to hear rain on the horizon. So, pooples. But anyway. But yes, thank you so much for coming on. For the uninitiated, please introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Samuel Higgins, but most people know me as the VTuber Grandpa or Eldritch Grandpa. I'm a variety streamer, but I mostly play horror and comfy games. Hello, hello.
Let's go. Spooky games are good and fun and spooky.
I do love me some spooky games.
Again, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so glad to have you. And you picked a super fun topic, something that actually hadn't really been on my mind lately until you like put it in some of the choices. So let's go ahead and show it off. We're gonna be talking about Monkey Punch's penultimate creation, Lupin the Third.
Heck yeah.
Yo, yo. This was one of those like silent like Toonami anime like classics that like they only showed it at night, so it went under a lot of people's radar.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw it was on Adult Swim.
But it's so good. It's so good. Oh man. For those that may not know, please describe what a Lupin the Third is.
Oh god, Lupin the Third is a anime that started, I believe, back in the 60s is when it originally aired. It is about a group of thieves who basically rob other thieves.
As
And
thieving should happen. It's-
yeah, it's Lupin, not Zenigata, Lupin, Jigen, Goemon, Fujiko, and then the Inspector Zenigata. And I'm trying to think of all of the names of the characters, and I can't do it right now.
there's so many extra characters, but you got the main five down. You got the main five down.
Yeah, like the premise is literally it's just a group of thieves who rob other thieves.
Yes, if I remember, it was very much beloved for its kind of like thief of the day kind of format instead of like very long like drawn out stories. It was like, all right, here's what we're gonna steal today: a priceless vase, a super like large painting, Jesus from Brazil.
Jesus from Brazil one is one of my favorites. Because like at the end of that episode, the Jesus statue just gives him a wink and a wave, and it's just like, what the fuck?
As he willed it, as he willed it. Oh
Give me
man.
one sec. Thank you.
So what was your first introduction to Lupin? I think you said you first saw it on Adult Swim.
I first saw it on Adult Swim, and the first episode I ever saw was the episode where they went to Egypt to steal King Tutankhamun's head mask, and Lupin becomes entranced. That was the
I
first episode I ever saw.
think I remember that episode like Fujiko's like, man, this mask makes me want to really brings out the concubine in me, and I'm like, damn girls,
Oh my
getting
god!
thirsty over that mask.
It's one of the better episodes, but also it's one of the more silly episodes. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, got me a double shot energy drink.
There you go, pump it up. I can't have them, but I always say everyone enjoy energy drinks responsibly, and especially enjoy them for me. It's-
Yeah, I don't drink them often, but today's been a day, so
yeah.
but yeah, so that episode basically was they were sealing this mummy's mask, and it was known to have a curse on it, and it caused Lupin to think that he was a king. And like there was some twist at the end, I think, to where you find out that he was faking it or something.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
It's- No, no, the show is super awesome. Along with it being like a comedy, but like clever in its writing. It's also just got like a great cast of characters. Lupin is lovable. He's the Robin Hood. He's the um I guess he would technically be like the anti Sherlock Holmes, the Kaito kid, the Joker.
I don't think I would consider him Robin Hood because he never gives money to the unfortunate.
Good point.
He steals
How
it
about
for
the
himself.
Robin without the hood?
Yeah,
It's,
he's the Robin without the hood.
it's he is the Pink Panther. He is the it's-
Oh my god, do you remember the Pink Panther episode?
actually I don't know.
Okay, so there was a Pink Panther episode, and it was well, it's called the Black Panther, and it was the Black Panther, not Ruby, Black Panther Diamond, and it was a black diamond. And if you looked inside it, you could see a Black Panther. And the whole thing was is if it touched water, the panther in it would die. So they had a Jack Clouseau wannabe detective in that episode.
Let's go.
And I don't remember if it was the same episode or not, but there are two characters that I will never forget. They are from Scotland Yard. Their name is Dover and Pepper, and they're your stereotypical fat guys. One of them is really short, one of them is really big. And one of them every like 10 minutes has to take diet pills. And Lupin uses that to his advantage at one point, I believe by sneaking him laxative or
Oh
something. And it's just like, oh my god.
no! Well, it's a way to get rid of all that bloat, I guess. All that excess gas, getting right out of him.
Yeah, I mean that's a good way to get him to leave his post. That's for damn sure.
Oh man, one thing that always like confused me when I was like getting into Lupin. Well, for one, they always said Lupin the Third, and if I recall, I think there was like a lot of like here who's about the author's like family line suing Japan in regards to using the character name of Arsène Lupin.
Yeah, no, they called him Lupin. I still call him Lupin and stuff like that, but no, that's still an ongoing thing too.
Oh, it is, damn.
Yeah, no, that's still a thing because they had asked the family permission, they said no, and then they did it anyway.
Oh, 20% difference, and also Japan has its own copyright law. So good luck, everybody.
Mhm.
Oh man, you can't steal our family's character. Yoink.
Well, like, yeah, because it was based off of like the character itself was quote unquote inspired by a real person, and like there have been other things. Like there's a show on Netflix called Lupin that's based off the same thing, same premise,
Yeah,
and it's just like the family is not okay with it.
it it's so crazy. I always think about because it's like the characters now not what's it for public access? It's been out long enough, right? Uh my brain public domain. It's been out long enough
Yeah.
that it's public domain. But I guess other countries will still have like different kind of like ties and like family rights because if I remember, the Sherlock Holmes family was getting mad that all these like Sherlock Holmes things were coming out, and they even like sued Netflix when the Sister Holmes movie came out.
Well, the thing about it is author Conan Doyle tried to kill off Sherlock Holmes at one point because he was so tired of
Oh, he
how
was so tired.
the fact that he couldn't write anything else because people would be like, where's Sherlock? Where's
Yeah,
our Sherlock books?" And the people got so mad at him that they started to like protest at his house. So he decided to write another Sherlock book to get them
yeah.
to leave him
You
alone.
thought he fell off the waterfall? Well, he didn't.
Yep, it was hilarious.
I mean, if anything, it was probably for the better because all the stuff he wanted to write was very like anti-work union, the rich and hoity-toity kind of this kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, just go back to novels
Go back to your gay detective, dude. Just go back to your gay detective.
and his bees.
It's
And
bees.
it's also so crazy, like in the actual Arsène Lupin books, like the author put Sherlock Holmes like in it, like put someone else's character in his books, and then they're like, you can't do that.
it,
Fine, it's now
it,
Herlock Sholmes.
well, that they did that in Phoenix Wright. Okay, so in Lupin the Third, it's actually Sherlock Holmes the Fifth.
That's right.
Herlock Sholmes is Sloan. I can't say it. Is a Phoenix Wright game.
There we go. There we go.
But like Lupin also had what's his name? Periot?
Oh, from the Agatha Christie books.
Uh
Perroy.
uh, yeah, whatever his name is. It had him in it. They had oh god, what is that other famous detective's name?
Matlock.
Hold
No wait. Sorry, sorry. I don't get to throw out a
it,
Matlock reference every now and then.
it oh, god, what is the other one? Okay, there's Jack Clouseau from Pink Panther.
Mhm.
There is Sherlock Holmes, Periot, or whatever his name is, and then there was one more that was in it, and I forgot his name.
I forget that one too. It always escapes me.
But they're all like the third, the fourth, or the fifth, and it's just
It's genealogy. People say eugenics isn't real. Then how come all these people are all great detectives? No.
Columbo.
Oh, Columbo. Yes. One more thing.
Yes.
One more
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, Lupin had, Columbo in it too.
It's inspired.
Oh,
It's homage. What's the word? Plagiarism is the sincerest form of flattery or something like that.
yeah, no, yeah, they say that, but good lord. But
Good lord.
Lupin got away with a lot of stuff back in the day that it cannot get away with now.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not. But it's kind of like set. It's like place now, so that now it's the thing that's getting ripped off of for everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I can remember one episode very vividly, where it showed the Berlin Wall still up. That's how old Sherlock. That's how old Lupin is.
Yeah, you don't think about it. Okay, so what's crazy about Lupin is it's like in split into eras, right? So there was like part one, which was like 13 episodes, which was like their first serialized run, and you were telling me that they weren't allowed to like keep making it, or they stopped making it because like just the quality was so bad, right?
The quality was so bad, and they got like super bad reviews because like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just didn't
The
look like.
airings were sucking super bad.
Yes, God, yes.
So they
Like,
took a break, and then they did a part two with the red coat.
oh God, yeah, the red coat will always be my favorite.
Yeah, that's the one
Always.
where we got like 80 something episodes dubbed here in the States. But this actual season's like over 100 episodes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I used to have the entire thing on DVD,
So it's
every
like
single episode.
it's just like Hamtaro. We only got like 100 dubbed episodes, and then we didn't get the other 100 dubbed episodes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that there were 100 more episodes of Hamtaro.
Something like that. I forget the exact number, but they changed the art style, so they got like the small bodies and the big like round heads. So it's a little weird to watch the newer stuff.
Understandable.
Yeah,
I
but part
mean,
two and then part three, and then there's this like huge like advancement in technology, like in society. So then part four, part five, and six have freaking cell phones, and
yeah, it's so weird to see Lupin with a cell phone, but like at the same time, he had in several episodes the finger phone,
oh yeah,
like Inspector Gadget.
oh that's right. I love Inspector Gadget. In retrospect, yeah, it feels like Inspector Gadget would be like there with Zenigata trying to catch Lupin.
Well, the thing about it is they were made by the same company, and Inspector Gadget was supposed to be a spin-off series of Lupin.
What? Okay, well, I didn't actually know like that part.
Yeah, okay,
Yo,
so Lupin the Third ended up getting into some trouble because of sexism.
what?
Because of the way
What?
they
Are you
were.
sure? Jigen is okay. Jigen may be all right. A machoist and a sexist, and okay, yeah, he's not great, but
Think about it, Lupin, and the way they portrayed Fujiko and all of the other women in that series.
oh yeah, Fujiko is supposed to be naked in a lot of episodes.
Yeah, she is naked in a lot of
Oh
episodes.
yeah, but you know, Adult Swim, they do that whole thing where they kind of like they paint over a bikini, even though the bikini doesn't have any outlines. They just paint
Yeah,
a bikini and like erase the nipple.
listen, listen, I had the DVDs, I know. But like, so they were going to create a series based off of a gay detective. And they ended up being like, you know what? No, let's change this up. And Inspector Gadget was born.
Inspector Gadget does feel like a whole bunch of people in a boardroom were just naming things that they thought kids liked and said, perfect.
Well, why do you think he's the single uncle who ends up like raising his niece and doesn't have a love interest until the live action movie?
Yeah. And I mean, it makes sense to me.
But I love the Inspector Gadget cartoon. I don't like the new one on Netflix, that's for fucking sure.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a new one.
It's so bad. They took away everything that made him Inspector Gadget. Like that dude looks like he needs a sandwich.
Feed him. Feed the poor man.
Yeah, like his head is bigger than his waist.
Dang. So like some cloudy with a chance of meatballs kind of style.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yes.
It's pretty bad.
I'll make sure to pass on. Instead, I'll finally go and watch the 3D CG Lupin movie.
Oh yeah,
That came
I
out a
need
little
to
while
watch it.
ago. Apparently,
I
that
need to
was
watch
done
it.
by the that new Japanese studio that's been like really blowing it out of the water with their 3D work. They said that they were like inspired by Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, and
Yeah.
so they did like the Dragon Quest. They did that Lupin. They did another one recently. I forget what else it was, but yeah, no, like it is. Japan's catching up with as far as their 3D films are coming.
Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but good things about the Lupin movie. I just haven't seen it yet. I was gonna say, like, Lupin movies always go over the top. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever seen one of the first Lupin movies that came out that was called like The Legend of Mamo?
I have not, but I've heard good things about it.
I don't know what good things you've heard.
I've heard it's exciting. Maybe because it goes so over the top. I don't know.
That movie is best watched when on illicit drugs. Let me just tell you. That movie made no sense towards the end. It's like they decided to combine every what the fuck plot twist right at the end, and it was just like, okay, what? All
Yes.
right, cool.
Does it do the thing that Detective Conan does, where like the culprit's just a shadow man? Like even if he's standing in like broad daylight or spotlights, he's just shadow man until the actual reveal.
He's a giant brain.
Okay,
Yeah,
so world's
that's
strongest. All right.
so. It's just like this big reveal that he's just a giant brain, and it's just like, okay, this is weird even for a Lupin movie because usually Lupin is pretty, quote unquote realistic,
It's
as in
fairly grounded. It's as grounded as
yeah,
like James Bond.
yeah, like it's grounded as James Bond, and it's just like, what happened? What happened?
What happened?
But like, it definitely you have to watch it with a grain of salt now, like the first season, because some of the things just don't fly nowadays.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I was talking about earlier, like there's one episode that I can remember clearly. I had mentioned the Berlin Wall and stuff like that. There is one scene that I saw uh, going around on Twitter a little while ago, a few months back, out of context.
Oh
There
yeah.
is a part where Zenigata is making fun of Nazis. So he does the Nazi salute, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Of course,
Like he's making fun of it, but of course, if it
no,
was here, they would cut it out, right?
yeah, yeah, no, he's making fun of it hardcore, and it's just like, y'all, please, context, just a crumb of context.
I mean, at the time, I'm sure they thought Nazis could never come back, right? Never, ever.
You would think.
You would think. You would have thought. Oh, would have lost money on that bet.
Yeah, no shit. Another thing is, like, a lot of people don't know that there was a PlayStation 2 game of Lupin.
Yes,
It's so good.
it's so
It's
good.
so
It's
good.
like immediately from the start. Like Jigen's trying to sneak Lupin in via like a statue that's shaped exactly like him.
I actually still have the game too.
And then of course like he finally breaks out and it's like holy crap, wait, how could you breathe? And you don't think about it, but of course. It's but yeah, it's a weird like adventure but also stealth but also like shoot bangs but also like it's such a weird game. It's such a weird game, but it's so cool. They don't make shit like that anymore.
It kind of reminds me like of Sly Cooper before Sly Cooper.
Yes.
It was like if you took Gex and Sly Cooper and mixed them together, you've got Lupin the Third.
That's a mood right there. But yes, I can see that. I can see that very well. Oh man. There are probably a whole bunch of Lupin games that we never got here in the States, but that's since that came out directly around the time the dub was airing. We actually got it with the dub voice cast and everything. If
Yeah.
Bandai Namco released it nowadays, it would have been just subbed with the bad Chinese subtitles.
Oh god. Oh god. I actually watched the entire first season with the subtitles.
Let's do it.
And there was this one point to where, like, it was one of my favorite fuck ups in the subtitles, where Zenigata was talking about his wife. Because if you didn't know this, Zenigata actually is divorced.
Yeah.
Um, he's divorced. He actually has a kid.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know about the kid. I knew about the divorce, but
yeah,
holy.
he has a kid. That's introduced in one of the movies, I believe. I don't remember like 100%. Believe that he has a daughter. But it mistranslated wife to husband the entire episode. So he's just sitting there talking about his husband. And I was losing my shit the entire time.
Oh man, that was the era when the subtitling people were like, what's this word? I maybe this one. Yeah, whatever, roll it.
It happened a lot because I remember one of my other favorite animes is Cyborg 009.
Oh
Um,
man, yeah.
subtitles were bad.
Didn't that recently get like a new subtitle reign, or is that just for like the newer versions of the anime they
I
keep
I I
piecemealing out?
I think that it's from the newer ones. Like
Okay,
Cyborg 009 is one of those other animes that they keep trying to like reboot because the original was extremely racist.
pretty racist. Pretty racist.
Look at the character designs in Cyborg 009.
Well, yeah,
That
and
show was extremely racist.
it's the G Gundam of the Astro Boy art style.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. Cat,
They're
stop
from
biting
they're
me.
they're from Mexico. Then it must be Tequila Gundam. They're from Holland. Then they must be Windmill Gundam. Then they're from.
That's fucked up. I didn't know that Gundam did that.
Oh yeah, no. There's a Gundam. It's just one big tournament arc, and basically all the countries have one representative. And the guy from Neo America, his Gundam is a football player, but then when it transforms to its fighting mode, it's a boxer.
Oh my god.
And the guy's all about trying to spread the American dream, along with his harem of four lady assistants.
Is it like that one dude from Yu-Gi-Oh with the the
Oh, Bandit Keith? No.
yeah.
He's not grizzled. He still looks like a fresh teen anime boy.
Oh god. Oh
But
man,
yeah, but it's alright. Yeah, no, Japan didn't give a fuck back then.
that's
Cyborg
true.
009. Who's the guy from Italy? Oh, he's the big fat guy that likes to cook spaghetti and stuff.
Okay, so Cyborg 005 is the fat one, the one that blows fire. He's also known as the mole.
Yeah.
If you look at his character design, he's Chinese.
Oh, he's Chinese? Oh.
Yeah, no, look at his character design. Like Google
Pull it
it.
up real fast. Cyborg 5. Oh wait, no, that's
They
the big tall African guy.
wait, it might be Cyborg 006. Damn, I got my cyborgs mixed up.
Oh, there he is. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, Shang Chaku. Okay.
Yeah, look what they did to his eyes.
Yep. Wow.
It's bad.
Wow.
And then the British one, do you wanna know what his name was before he got turned into a cyborg?
I'm looking it up. Oh wait, no. She's the Russian girl. Go ahead. What was his name?
Cyborg 007, who is my favorite one because he's the one who presses his belly button and can turn into anything he wants as long as he can imagine it. His name before he got turned into a cyborg was GB. It stood for Great Britain.
Oh my God, that's not a nickname. I just saw that here on the wiki, and I'm like, oh,
No,
that's a neat
that's his
nickname. That's his
actual
literal
name.
fucking name. Oh my
That's his
God.
literal fucking name.
Oh, let's go, yo.
We got so off topic.
I mean, these shows they all were on TV at kind of the same time, so it was the definition of an era. The era
It was.
of when anime was still called Japanimation.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
It's which in
Oh,
retrospect now sounds kind of racist when I think about it.
Oh my god! Like I don't like. When was it not? Let's be honest.
Did you know that game developers in Japan hate the term JRPG because of course for them it's just RPG. They don't call like Mass Effect American RPGs over there.
Actually, did not know that, but in retrospect, I probably should have just assumed. I probably just assumed.
The world is a myriad hot pot of a whole bunch of people like dunking on each other all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh god, excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
I no, like Lupin the Third was one of my first experiences when it came to anime. So like that's kind of what got me into it.
Nice. I was already
I
like kind of invested in the anime at that point, but I always would try to like stay up to like watch it whenever I had the chance because it was just so fun.
I was raised in a slightly religious household. So
Uh
I
yeah.
wasn't I wasn't allowed to do a lot of stuff and things like that. I wasn't raised in a household that was like, "Oh, Pokemon is the devil." But like I wasn't supposed to be watching that stuff for sure. But when parents went to bed, which my mom always went to bed at 8 o'clock, I got to watch Adult Swim.
Yeah. And then you'd have like on the last channel button like one of those like evangelist like
Animal
third.
Planet.
Oh, Animal Planet.
A-
Okay.
Animal because my mom was really into me watching Discovery Channel and Animal Planet because she thought I'd learn shit.
Oh man.
Um,
Yeah,
God
you
dang.
should watch the Discovery Channel nowadays, right? You'll learn a whole lot.
Mostly about aliens.
Or fat people trying to raise kids or building houses. Or is that the History Channel? I've gotten those two confused now as to what kind of schlock they air.
I don't know. I have not watched actual TV since I was 18.
Oh yeah, no, it's been forever for me too. But I would always like catch it like inorganically, like someone would be watching it around me. Like if I go to like someone's house or visit my parents, it's like, yeah, no, they
Yeah.
still believe in cable.
Yeah, like I remember the last show I ever watched on like cable was
Cops?
Cops. Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
Like bad boy, what you gonna do? What
Oh
you gonna
yeah,
do when I
no,
come
no.
for you?
Cops frequently airs episodes in my city. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing whenever you watch an episode that happened like 2 blocks away from where you freaking lived.
It's like, oh, I know that road.
Oh, I know that person.
I haven't gotten that one yet, but the year's still young.
Listen. Unfortunately, I've lived an exciting life where most of the people I knew in my childhood are either in prison or dead. So,
Yeah, yeah. I it happens. I was gonna say, now that I think about it, yeah, in the past year, a couple of people I knew growing up have suddenly went to prison, and one ended up dead in prison.
yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that's life.
It's rough, but apparently there are some people you shouldn't sell cocaine to.
Yeah, undercover cops being one of them, probably the biggest one.
Probably the biggest one, but also people that are gonna come after you afterwards whenever you find you spiked it with like bleach and shit.
Good lord, okay. I didn't know you could do that, but all right.
Well, you shouldn't, because let me tell you, people take offense to that. It turns out.
Oh my god, what was that? Oh, I don't know why the drugs reminded me of this, but there is one episode of Lupin, getting back on Lupin here, where this mastermind criminal thinks that he can hide a roll of film in Zenigata's tooth.
Oh, I know which episode. Yeah, the dentist, or the guy that was like a dentist on the side or something like that.
And the entire episode is Zenigata realizing that he's obsessed with Lupin to the point of needing a therapist. So he goes and sees a therapist and decides, I'm no longer chasing Lupin.
But then
Well,
when Lupin starts chasing him, trying to get the film, he
Yup,
goes crazy. Oh, I
yup.
love that episode.
That is one of my favorite episodes because it's the episode where Zenigata starts singing Wind Beneath My Wings. And that is, oh my God, one of the best scenes in the freaking series.
Yeah, no, like you could hop on to like any episode and enjoy like season 2. And season 3 to a degree. Season 3 the art style got super weird.
Oh yeah, season 3, the art style got super weird, and if I remember correctly, season 3 is wherever they, like, tried to give Jigen a different personality, and it just did not work.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. I think
Like,
even
just
even Goemon like had episodes where he would just felt like he was just being written by someone that didn't read the character beforehand.
yeah, like, season 3 is the one where, like, Goemon becomes, like, the emo kid, right?
Hmm.
Oh god, I hated that because Goemon's always been a little bit silly. Yes, he's serious, but he's got his silly moments. It's like that one episode in season 2 to where he dresses up as a woman to prank Jigen and they accidentally end up kissing somehow. There are so many episodes to where all of them are just dressed as women, and it is one of the funniest things in the world.
They do it so well. Like Lupin is almost like the Bugs Bunny of anime. Sometimes it feels like.
Really is. There's an episode there's an episode to where Zenigata actually gets Lupin back by dressing up as a woman, and Lupin actually gropes.
Ah, yep, yep. That I vaguely remember that one. It's like hello, hello to you, Lupin or Lupin. And then he smashed the cups on him, and then it's like, haha, you're not getting away. And then just like detach the fake hand. It's like, nope, didn't touch it. Fake hand, bye.
I loved the fake hands. Um, oh my god, Lupin is
Quite
so
literally a sleight of hand. It's oh, it's terrible. It's
the one complaint I had of that series is they're so fucking mean to Zenigata. Like that poor dude on his payroll was eating nothing but ramen noodles and like oh it's so sad.
but they probably used up all like Interpol's money on traveling because he follows them everywhere. I
Yeah,
you would think there'd only be like so much budget for that shit.
do you know how many times that Zenigata actually got fired?
I remember 3 offhand.
I if I remember correctly, in the entirety of season 2, not 3, 2, he got fired at least 8 times.
That sounds right.
And every time, Lupin somehow finds a way to get him his job back.
Yep. It's like, up, you caught me, chief. Well, guess you got your job back. And then while he's in like the helicopter or the transport getting away,
Yep.
something's got to happen. And it's funny
Oh,
because I like it reminds me of like a Family Guy skit where the coyote finally gets the Roadrunner. I imagine that if Zenigata actually did get Lupin like in jail, like what would he do? What would his life be without Lupin?
uh,
I don't know. What does Interpol do actually? Drugs? They find drugs? I guess he'd go out and find drugs.
go out and find drugs. Technically, hold on, because Zenigata has worked for several different things. He's worked for Interpol. He's worked for Scotland Yard. Um, he worked for MI5 for a little while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, he's worked with everyone.
Is it one of those things? Because I can't recall an episode where he's actually like a competent cop and actually could handle like any regular crime super easily, but it's just outclassed by Lupin and the gang.
No, he's like stupid good at his job. It's just that Lupin is the one person he has not been able to catch.
That's
And that's
fair.
Yeah, that's why they put up with his ass, is because they put him on all these other jobs he's done in, like, 5 minutes. But Lupin, for God's sakes.
What's funny is like Interpol's like, yeah, he's the closest we've ever gotten. All the other like agents we sent just went insane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just in the loony bin, drawing Lupin with their poo.
I mean, I'm sure there's an episode of it. Oh god, that one episode where Lupin actually does get caught by that one guy, and he puts their DNA in these, like, shark RC cars, and if they
The
touch it, they
Sharsies,
explode.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that episode was silly as shit.
Any episode where the mad scientist is doing a thing, you're in for a good time.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, the return of Scorpion, the metal dude, he comes back, like, 3 or 4 times in the series, and it's just like, every time he gets electrocuted, it's like, "Dude, just stay dead."
Just stay down. Just don't roll over. It's okay. You tried your best. It's just not gonna work out.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of can I think of one of the silliest episodes of Lupin besides the Egyptian episode? Because that one takes the cake.
I can't think of what the silliest one I could remember would be. Like for Cowboy Bebop, you got your mushroom episode, like hands
Oh
down.
god. Yeah, that one. That
But
one
I
tripped
can't
me
imagine any
out.
kind of freaky one or like, not even like a hot springs episode. Now I think about it, Fujiko wears so little all the time anyway. You don't think you really need a hot springs episode.
Okay, there is a Hot Springs episode to where Lupin believes that he's found paradise and it's an all-woman island, and come to find out they're stealing men's age so they can be young forever.
Mmm.
And Zenigata gets so drunk that he accidentally blows the place up.
I
That one's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure that's the same episode where Jigen and Goemon accidentally kiss.
Yep, that sounds right.
I'm trying to think because, like, there are so many really good episodes. I can name an episode that made there are 2 episodes that made me fucking cry. Um, the one where Jigen ends up falling in love with the Hispanic woman.
Yes. Ah, poor Jigen. No.
Yeah, and then, like, him and Lupin have to murder each other so he can stay with her, and it's just like, "Ah, no!"
It's a
But
fake. It's a fake out. Bros before
yeah,
hoes, right? Right, Jigen? Right? Buddy, you look sad. Why's your hat down?
yeah, that episode killed my heart. The other one is whenever got a Russian girlfriend, and then she died, and it's just like, I hate my life right now.
Why do serialized episode not serialized unserialized episodes have to like keep the status quo? Why can't characters be happy?
Yeah. Why can't they just be happy for a little bit, please?
Like
Please.
anytime you're reading the X-Men, it's like, oh good, they're happy this issue. All right, get ready for 2 years of misery.
Yep, yep. Like, God, I love Lupin. I need to rewatch season 2. I have tried to watch a lot of the other, like, spinoffs and stuff like that, like the Fujiko Mine series. I didn't like the Fujiko Mine series that much, but I also hate Fujiko, so
That's fair. I'm not a fan of her either. I kind of like the art style, but then again, it's the Redline guy, so I kind of just like kind of some of the dynamic poses that he does.
the one thing that I don't like about that style is it's too serious.
Oh, it's very
Lupin is
serious. It's
not
so
serious.
serious, and it doesn't fit Lupin at all. it's
It really doesn't, because, like, if you've ever watched Lupin, you know that nothing about that series is serious.
it would have been better for maybe like a James Bond kind of thing, like
Like,
serious and tragic.
even the scene to where Zenigata is with that girl as she's dying is comical as shit. It has a sad undertone, but it's still comical in the sense that, like, um, Zenigata doesn't know what's going on. He's, like, trying to talk to her and hasn't realized she's been shot, and we all know that she got shot, so there's that comical feel to it, but at the same time, you're like, "Oh god, no."
Just speak Russian. Speak Russianese. Speak Anglo Russian. Tell Zen he got it. Man, if you stop to think about it, like everyone's speaking the language of where they're at, like they are really good at languages.
Yeah. I'm like, God, there were so many really good episodes, and I will say there were some like not great episodes in Lupin. I can
Mm,
tell you that right now.
I probably
One
don't remember the bad ones for a reason.
uh one of the ones that I personally hated was the Loch Ness Monster episode, and that's one of the most famous.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They use that on the commercial a lot.
Yeah, no, I hated that I hated that episode for the simple fact of how much it played. It was like always on,
Yeah.
and I got so sick of it. That and Fujiko, or the person who played Fujiko, could not sing. I'm sorry, but they could
I
not.
was gonna say you don't have to get the sing the voice person to do the music. Just do what I want and make Christina V sing all the songs. I'll be happy. Okay.
Sing.
Oh, I'm terrible.
I think I'm
Season 4, 5, and 6 were the latest ones. Was there talks for a season or part 7?
yeah, they're going to continue making Lupin until they just like dig it into the ground. There's so much to make.
There is. It's kind of
I
crazy though the way like anime was like done back then compared to now. Like nowadays we get our 13 episode seasons and like you don't break it. Sometimes you'll go to like maybe 24 episodes, maybe, but everything is like broken down like very like set. Whereas like before it was like, hey, how many episodes we gonna make? I don't know. We'll just
I
keep
mean,
making them
yeah.
till they tell us to stop. All right. And thus, Case
Well,
Closed is on like episode 700 and something. That's
I did you know that there is a crossover between Lupin and Case
yeah,
Closed?
it's a movie.
Yep. Yep.
Neither
Uh
is allowed to beat the other, but technically Lupin wins.
there's also a oh no, what's the other one called? He wears a monocle and a white outfit.
Oh, the Kaito Kid, yes.
Yes, there's a Kaito Kid and Lupin the Third crossover as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like ripped like directly off of it almost, except for the whole Phantom Thief thing. So yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Um Cat, hi. Hello. What are you doing?
Is Monkey Punch still alive?
I have to be honest with you, I don't know.
I'm gonna take a look at that real fast because I was gonna say a lot of that first gen creator stuff, like they've slowly been passing away. Is Monkey Punch still alive? Would help if I know how to spell live. There we go. Um, oh, well, okay. So he did pass, but in 2019. So guy lived a long, long life.
No kidding. I just know that I know for a fact that they're planning more movies. They're probably going to do another one of those 3D movies and stuff like that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
really
no,
hoping that they do another
I
game.
don't doubt that at all. Like apparently that one like killed it at the Japanese box office.
It's Lupin, of course it did.
It's so weird whenever like I look at reviews. It's like like the top four movies in like Japan's theaters are a Case Closed movie, a Precure movie, uh, like a movie for like anime I haven't seen, and then like Puss in Boots or something.
Yeah, no, apparently Puss in Boots was great.
And then you go over here, it's like top movies are Marvel, 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 Disney, Marvel, Marvel.
Barbie.
Barbie. Okay, Barbie and Oppenheimer. So they were they're a breath of fresh air until we get to Barbie 7
Until he gets up. Yeah, true enough, because they're already talking about making a sequel.
and a cinematic universe. Let's go. No.
No, they really are because there's a Polly Pocket movie coming out.
Dumb.
Yeah,
Dumb.
I can't. I
Wake
can't.
me when the Mighty Max movie hits.
I want a new Small Soldier movie.
Yeah, let's get a reboot of Small Soldiers.
There is a trailer on YouTube of a fan made version of it that's really gosh dang good. You should check it out.
There we go. I will. That sounds fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, give me a sec. Ow. Like oh my god, there's so much different, like, different varieties when it comes to like Lupin content. Like the movies, some of them are like way off.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of what is the name of that one. Oh god, there's one where Lupin accidentally kidnaps a young girl because he's trying to steal something from her and she won't let him have it. So he
Oh,
ends up,
where they fall off the building, right?
I believe so.
Crap. It's really Tower of no. Wait, Lupin the third movies. Well, usually like the top one whenever you look at it. Farewell to Nostradamus.
Yeah, Farewell to Nostradamus.
Yes.
Uh, that one could have totally not been a Lupin movie, but still been good, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
it has some of the comedy, but at the same time, it's just like, I could have watched this. It could have been different characters, and I still would have enjoyed it the same.
Almost feels like a Mission Impossible movie sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Like the Secrets of Momo. That was another one that was just like, I'm on drugs. Watching this, I'm on drugs. Like, if you look up The Secret of Momo and see the character, he looks like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Dr. Willow, please.
Like, hold on, I'll show you. Secret of Momo, Moving the third. Am I saying his name right? Yeah, Momo. This dude looks like a Dragon Ball Z character.
There are so
And
many movies.
oh god, yeah, they're like, I sent it to you on Discord.
Holy crap! Yeah, no, it definitely looks like Toriyama drew him. It looks like Dragon Ball or a Doctor Slump character, without a doubt.
Yeah, and like normally their the character design is semi-realistic, I guess.
I mean, the anatomy is usually like pretty much like yeah, it's not too
This
crazy. I
this
mean,
guy is
some of the mad
blue.
scientists are kind of like like twisted in like silly ways. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is a Dragon Quest villain right here.
yeah, he's blue. He's blue. Try to think if I can think of any of the bad guys that just like I was so angry at. Um oh my god, so many of the characters, they were silly, they were wacky, but like, oh my god, there was their one attempt at making a British character, and oh my god, it was so bad. There was this like rich British guy who was trying to use Fujiko, and Fujiko was like head over heels for him, blah blah blah, like she usually is. And he was using her to get to Lupin. And they casted the most un-British sounding British guy. It
But
sounded like a
why? There are so many British guys that have there are British guys that have to like act with American accents. See,
yeah,
if you got a British voice actor, I say please do a British accent. They would love it.
it was like a British guy was trying to do a southern accent,
Oh no.
and it was so bad. Oh,
I have
I'm
to say
trying
one
to
thing I
think.
love about Lupin is at least they don't like change the names of all the places they go.
Yeah, no, they don't. Like whenever
Like
they go
we're in Okinawa of Japan. We're not in Texas Island. Just because
Texas.
everyone has a Texas accent, because in America, Okinawa is the Texas of Japan, I guess.
It's like Pokemon. I love jelly filled donuts.
Yeah.
Oh my
My frying pan is now a drying pan.
god.
Oh, characters, y'all will be missed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh
Oh
man.
gosh. That was one thing that I liked about Lupin is the fact that like they did their research when it came to like locations and things like that. They tried to stay like true to the locations.
Oh
Like
yeah,
even
like the Eiffel Tower is it's kind of where it should be relative. The
yeah,
Louvre, um,
the Jesus statue
the
that they
Jesus
tried to
statue.
steal. Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
I like the part where Jesus looks up at him and waves. It killed me every time. It's like somebody's going to hell for that one.
And I'll see them there. Oh man. How would you recommend for anyone that kind of wants to get into Lupin? Like, what would you recommend? Kind of like a way to start with the series.
Season 2, episode 1. Like
Okay,
100%. Like don't even try and find the first season. It's not worth it.
not worth it. You heard them.
Season 2 is a continuation. Basically, it starts off with the gang getting back together. You really don't need to know what they were up to
Son
previously
of a
because
bitch. I'm in.
yeah, there are flashbacks throughout the series.
Yeah.
So
And it's not like season two doesn't have kind of like every character's like origin story as far as like Jigen, Goemon, uh
yeah.
Zenigata, like it's like, oh hey, I'm the person from your past. I'm the one that helped inspire you to be where you are now. Let's fight. Like, all right.
Oh my god, I just remembered one of the episodes. Oh no. Okay, so do you remember that episode to where it was about a dying artist and his last wish was to get his hands on one of the paintings that he painted to add to his collection, to add back to his collection before he died?
It sounds
And
familiar, but I don't recall it.
Fujiko was his nurse. And Lupin was like, "Oh, you poor old guy, I'll help you. I'll steal it and replace it with a fake and yada yada yada." Come to find out he was a British actor that Fujiko had hired to trick Lupin to get the fucking painting.
Damn. Ah, Lupin, you just keep falling for it. You're like Chainsaw Man. You keep falling for the honeypot.
Yup. Yup. That episode starts off so heartbreaking because you're like, this poor old guy just wants his artwork back.
And it sounds like a legitimate story too. Like a lot of people have their art just stolen, sold off for tax evasion or for just museum shit. It's like, yeah, no, oh, that's a real thing.
Yup. Like, it was so sad, and then you find out that he's faking, and it's just like, "Oh, this asshole." Like, if I remember correctly, he gets the shit beat out of him. He didn't deserve it. He was just doing a job. He thought he was on TV. The poor dude.
Hey, when you mess with Fujiko, this is what happens. The role of a lifetime. Sign this
That's
contract,
fun.
please. Was this part
That's
where it
fun.
says at the end I may get beaten up by these three guys? I don't worry about that part. Just sign.
Just sign. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Like, what are the odds three guys are just gonna show up, like, take a painting out of your car and just whoop your ass? It sounds crazy.
If I remember correctly, they ended up tying him in the trunk.
Yep. Now I remember. Ah, yes.
Uh,
Everyone start with season two. You can watch it on, if I believe it's on High Dive and Crunchyroll at the moment. Don't know how long it'll be on Crunchyroll. Sometimes they've been like rotating stuff, but or other ways on the internet. It's a vast open sea. Get aboard your ship and Yarhar to your heart's content.
it took me a minute to understand what the fuck you were saying.
Oh yeah, I mean just steal it. Just
Steal.
steal it. It's
There is another website that you can use. I forgot what it's called, but it comes on most smart TVs. It starts with a T.
oh Tubi. Oh, it's on Tubi.
Yeah, it's free on Tubi.
Oh shit, there you go. If you don't mind commercials, Tubi is legitimate. I've used it
Yeah.
for like some spooky horror movies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the show Fighting Photons?
Yes. Fighting foodons, da 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 da. Fighting foodons, da 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 da.
I don't know why I just thought about. Oh, I thought about it because it's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi, yo. I was waiting for like Discotech to have to do like a Blu-ray of it, because they've been
Yeah.
like releasing all sorts of like obscure shit nowadays. But
Yeah.
Sick. All right, yo. I know what I'm gonna do after this.
I can't stop thinking about hot dog on it. The cowboy hot dog that uses a ketchup and mustard gun.
Oh man, it's great. It's great.
It is great.
Grandpa, please let us know what you've got going on. What are some plans that people can go to your stream and watch by hitting your name in the title and then following?
I never have any plans. To be honest with you, I stream when I want and do what I want.
There you go.
Um,
Sporadic. Free as the birds.
yep, I mean that's pretty much it.
Are there any like games? I know you say you normally stream like horror games. Was there anything you were just kind of playing like recently?
I've been playing Skyrim with Twitch integration and Sims
Oh,
4.
oh well, there you go. Skyrim's scary. You put the Macho Man thing or the Thomas the Train thing in. Very frightening. I
Oh,
think it's frightening.
it's scary whenever your chat is just Fusro dying your character all over the freaking map.
Twitch integration is fun. It's fun. So
It is
yes,
fun.
make sure to follow and stop in to watch more of that. Let's see. Tonight, we're gonna be playing some DS games. Probably about an hour and a half because I want to get something to eat. Um, and then the schedule for next week will be out tomorrow. Yes, because today is Friday. This week has flown by. Holy crap!
I know, right?
But Grandpa, thank you so much for coming on. It was a blast talking to you about this and for reinvigorating my love of Lupin.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me. I had a lot of fun.
Everyone, thank y'all for stopping by. I hope y'all will continue. There won't be any Yo You Like That's next week, because next week I'm just going to focus on games and a birthday thing next week. So I hope everyone has a good week, and I will see y'all on the following week.
All right.
Bye!
Bye, y'all.